Well, hello, everyone. It's so lovely to see you here again. I am doing another interview very similar to the one I did last week with Monica. Nyree here is another one of the co-authors in the book, which now has an official title. Last week it didn't, this week it does. The title of our book, our co-authored book, is A Woman's Journey to Empowerment. I'm so excited about this book, the magic it's going to release into the world. And it's not through making anyone do anything, but in sharing story and having that relatability with those readers and understanding that if we went through some of the terrible things or horrible circumstances or challenges in our lives, there are some ways that you can too. And we as co-authors want to be there to help support you go through those challenges. So without any further ado, this is Nyree Johnson. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Louise.
You're so welcome. So let's just kick off with a question straight up. Can you just tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about the amazingness that you bring into the world and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I live in central Queensland in a town called Rockhampton, and I have 3 children and my husband here at home. I am a corporate employee, so I do work as a workforce analyst for an electricity distributor. And I also have a couple of small businesses in Rockhampton as well as Australia-wide. Madly passionate volunteer and heavily involved with Scouts here in Rockhampton, and I am a Scout leader as well, which I love to do. I love to help to build resilience and resilience and confidence with the youth in the Scouting movement. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about your chapter, if you don't mind. No spoilers, but can you tell us a little bit, like the bare bones, what your chapter's about?
I sure can. So the title of my chapter is actually called Intentional Imbalance. And where I got that from is because over the years, I have constantly been asked, how is it that there are more hours in the day for you than for anyone else? So I came across a concept a few years ago called intentional imbalance, and I recognised that I had been practicing it for years. I just didn't realise it. So it pretty much sums up what intentional imbalance is and how what my journey looked like leading up to that discovery, and how I leverage that, I guess, to my advantage. So that's a bit of a summary of what my chapter is about.
Could you give us an example of what intentional imbalance could look like?
Yeah, for sure. So the whole balance concept is BS, to be honest. That ship has sailed. So an intentional imbalance is essentially making sure that you can be doing what you love to do, being involved with what you love to be involved with, supporting your community, being there for your family, being a business owner, but also potentially being a corporate employee like I am. And it's about recognising all of the juggling balls and which ones are glass and which ones are plastic. So you don't drop the glass ones, but the plastic ones can bounce for a little while if you need to put them down for a moment. If you do need help with those glass ones, you might just hand them to a special friend or a family member. So it does require a very heavy level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. But essentially it means you can have a lot of things on the go and still be making sure that you're keeping your commitments to your glass juggling balls. To me, my glass juggling balls are my children and my family, the absolute number one priority in my life. And I love to be involved in a lot of things. I love to be on the go and meeting new people and talking to people all of the time, advocating especially for small business. And I absolutely love my corporate role. And all of those things are big on their own. So being able to do them all at the same time in parallel, that's the intentional imbalance. So when I'm at work for my employer, they have 100% of my time and energy. When I step away, I can compartmentalize that and move on to the next thing.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love that analogy. I love the glass balls / plastic balls analogy. That makes so much sense. And it really does, because a lot of the times we will act like everything is glass, right? And if we drop a single thing, that they will just shatter, and our world will come kind of collapsing in on us. Whereas in reality, some things are plastic and they're a bit more durable, aren't they?
That's right. That's right. And you do need to do a lot of work to unpack what that looks like for you personally as well.
Yeah.
Not saying this comes easily at all. It is that self-awareness is key. And I'm a big fan of building resilience and being personally resilient to whatever life throws at you. And working on that daily means that when things do get a little bit chaotic, you can bounce back a little bit quicker when the time is required.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Thank you for sharing that. Now, what I'm really interested to know with all of our co-authors is what actually inspired you to become a co-author. And I've had a quick look on your website, and I've seen that you actually co-authored in some other books as too. So that's really, really exciting. This is my first time round, so it's all very new to me. But, what inspired you to become a co-author?
Yeah, so I'm going to use a really cliche, situation that's been flogged a lot. COVID 2020. So the slowdown forced reflection, and I rediscovered my love of writing. Absolutely fell in love with it again, and the slowdown enabled that opportunity to rediscover. So I began contributing to magazines and newspapers and online publications, and then I did see the opportunity to co-author the letter to my 10-year-old self, and I thought it's always been a lifelong dream to write a book, several books actually, non-fiction books. And I thought, what better way to learn and start than actually doing it with a group of other people? So that's what I did. I found that opportunity and I just ran with it. And then this one popped up as well, and a different topic but similar. Reflection, journey, what's led us to where we are right now, what have we learnt, what can we share, what stories are relevant. And it was just absolutely perfect. I'm so excited about this particular book, and I've got the framework ready for my solo book. I just want to get this one out there in the world, and then I can start. I'll still look for other co-authoring opportunities as well, but I'll also be looking at pulling together my first solo book. So yeah, it was my COVID slowdown that gave me the opportunity to think, okay, this is my creative outlet. I've had enough of sewing. I'm not that good at craft. So let's write.
I love it. And, I love the fact that there is that silver lining from something that, is affecting the world in some really big ways, but that some of us can find those little bits and pieces, those little silver linings out of that. I absolutely love that. And my story is very, very similar. I avoided talking about the topics and the subjects I do now until we reached COVID and until there was the Black Lives Matters movement, where I went, I can't not say this stuff anymore. I can't not do it. And I think that time of reflection really supported that through. So that's absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited to hear you've got a book lined up. That is absolutely amazing. Now, one last question. Being a co-author, what is one part of being a co-author that you think is like you would love to share with others? Is it like some big aha moment that you had, or is it a big challenge that you had and how you overcame that? What is one thing that you want to share with our audience?
I absolutely love, and you may have seen this all over my website, but I love to connect with people and collaborate and then celebrate successes. And being a co-author lets you do that, because you're not on your own when you're writing this book, or if you've never done it before. And being connected with you wonderful women, as well as, in our private Facebook group and the collaboration and just the general pep talks that we give to each other, the support. It's just an amazing environment, and considering where we're located all over Australia and overseas, it's such a unique opportunity to be involved in something so special. And I'm so excited for this book to release. I was excited about the last one, but this one takes it to a whole nother level because this is really, really special what we're involved with. So honestly, if anyone's considered writing a book, I would 100% recommend co-authoring as a first step. I mean, obviously you can go out and write your own book straight up. That's no dramas at all, but this is an amazing opportunity. And yeah, it's one that I'm truly thankful to be a part of.
Yes, absolutely. It's like a lovely little toe in. So you don't have to do the whole process, and it's not a lonely process. It's one where you can bounce ideas, and when you're feeling those resistances or the struggles or challenges that come up with it, and a lot of it's mindset stuff. We can go to the group and go, hey everyone, I'm feeling not great about this, or I'm resisting this for some reason, and then we can support each other and share our different modalities that we have, or little techniques that we use to help us move through those things. It is absolutely wonderful. It's such a great thing to be part of, and I'm in full agreement. Co-authoring first is a wonderful step if you want to just try it out for a little while.
Yes, in a very supportive environment with an amazing publisher.
Yes. That's sending love out to Tammy Pike and Empowered Publishing.
That's it.
Plug there. So thank you so much for being interviewed and agreeing to be interviewed by me. I'm sure that so many of my audience will absolutely adore and love what you're all about. It's very similar and an alignment to the way I do things and the way I think about things. So I'm sure they would love to know where to find you. And where you can find Nyree on Instagram is at Nyree, so it's NYREE .l.johnson, and on Facebook you can find her at Nyree Johnson Australia. So they're the places you can find her. If you are interested in this book, it is A Woman's Journey to Empowerment. That is the title. There will be 15 stories in there from our we're regular women who have gone through some challenges, and we have made our way to the other side and are doing our best to create the changes in the world that we want to be making. And those stories are in there for you to read. If you are interested in joining the waitlist, if you are part of my audience, you can join the waitlist by clicking the link I've put in the description. And if you're part of Nyree's community, get in contact with Nyree. Actually, go to Nyree's website. Nyree, what's your website again?
It's nyreejohnson.com.au. The pre-order option is available for the book.
Yes. So go there if you're part of Nyree's audience. I send you so much love. Thank you so much, Nyree, from here. And let's see who we've got coming up next week. Bye for now,
Thank
everyone.
you so much, Nyrees.